Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Amazing Spider Man, issue number 61. Holy crap! New costume, new job. Does it say new phone? It doesn't say new phone. Yeah, I'm looking at it like it should say new phone in here someplace. And who dis, right? Oh, man. Ah, look at the contours of this. Like it's actually through a camera lens. Look at that. Oh my god! This book! This book! It's not the first page where you have the stuff. It's on the you gotta turn the page and then see the new costume. This is the new costume. This is it. I'm going to talk more about the new costume. Talk about more things also after we talk about this. Let's Try Something New is the title of this book. Nick Spencer's the writer. Patrick Gleason on art. Edgar Delgado doing the colors. VC's Joe Caramagna doing letters. Patrick Gleason and Edgar Delgado doing the cover art. I love this team together. Love, love, love this team. There's a couple of variant covers out there. Michael Cho doing a lot of variant covers. What's up with that? Julian Totino Tedesco doing another one. Designed by Anthony Gambino and Stan Lee. Created Spider-Man, and Steve Ditko might have been in the room doing all the artwork for that too. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You put two and two together, all right? Usually two and two, right? Anyway, loving this book, man. This was great. Look, we're gonna get to the costume in a hot minute. But right now, how you could keep this book so fresh all the time with so many storylines happening at the same time. Y'all remember that he's got a pet, the miniaturized Gog? Yeah, that dude, right? They got a miniaturized Gog, and the whole time I'm thinking, is this story just in a vacuum? I've mentioned it in a couple of previous episodes, reviews, where I'm just like, where Gog? Where he at? Where he at, yo? Where he at? Here he is, and he was apparently hanging out with Boomerang. Because I'm wondering the whole time, too, where he at? I guess it made sense that he's house sitting. And of course, he takes to Boomerang. It's like, oh, that's cool. You can eat through all the electrical lines you want. I don't think we can duct tape this one, Pete. Hey, man, like it was. I'm okay. Excuse me. I'm okay with these guys hanging out in a vacuum, just put to the side, left in stasis, cryogenic freeze. Okay, we're ready for the story. Go into deep thaw. Because it's time to get rolling. And they just jump up and like, we've been here the whole time. Dude, how you keep a story fresh. 61 issues, fresh. Coming out often twice a week, fresh. Whole bunch of extra stories coming in. You know what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it. Fresh. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, bitches. Anyway, like I'm saying, I'm loving how they got. I'm Mick loving. That's how much I'm loving. I'm Mick loving how much this whole story is just fresh as a mother fat head. Ah, how to keep a story so amazing. Amazing Spider-Man. Through 61 plus, many pluses issues. Subscribe to the book. Put in your pull list. Read the book. You'll understand. Reading this book makes people better storytellers in my mind because you understand how it works, right? This is unbelievable how Spencer puts this together. And the art inside this book. May we please keep Edgar Delgado and Patrick Gleason working together for a little while longer? Can they be assigned to one another? I don't know if they don't get along with each other or not. If they don't get along with each other, all right, fine, F them. You know what I'm saying? But like if they could be in a room with each other for longer than an hour and just talk about stuff without wanting to choke each other, without wanting to throttle each other and throw them out of the freaking 10th story window, hey man, let them keep on working with each other because the art in this. There's a moment where freaking Tombstone looks like Apocalypse, and I'm like, oh, no, you didn't. And I love it. I love it. I'm here for this art, dude. I've always had a bit of a problem with Gleason's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that just needs to be worked on. Honestly, because I've always had a problem with his eyes. Sometimes they always just look so not eye-like. Like, is everybody, in a boy punk band or something like that? Gonna get the eyeliner. I'm auditioning for Green Day. Yeah, I'm not ready for the next eye yet. I got 6 more eyeliner pencils waiting to finish up this eye. It's a lot. It's a lot. I admit. I can admit when I don't like something. You know what I'm saying? But everything else, You know what I'm saying? Some people have problems with, most people have problems drawing hands and feet. Patrick Gleason has a problem drawing eyes. Whatever. I'm good with it. You know, so it's all that around the eye stuff. It's like, let's just make an eye. Let's just give them all Zorro masks. Okay, cool. It is what it is. He draws a new costume pretty damn good, though. Let's get talking about that for a minute. So, new costume. It's got a whole bunch of new gadgets and stuff like that. It's supposed to make him faster, stronger, and sexier. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Like lessen body odor. It's got baby powder and talcum powder all washed in it, and whatnot. A little lye to keep away the bugs and whatever. Right? Like I don't know what's going on with it, but there's a lot of stuff in there. Plus, there's the POV. He's basically got a body cam, but like in the eyes. POV, baby. POV in the military. POV used to mean your personalized vehicle. Then I started watching porn and I understood what the other POV means. What? I grew up on magazines, you know? Anyway, TMI? I think not. So, because a bunch of people can relate to that. They say that this is the cameo first appearance of the costume. And I say the next issue is supposed to be the origin of the costume, and then you're supposed to have the full appearance of the costume, or maybe those last two are reversed. Let me tell you something. Screw all that concept. Throw all that nonsense, all right? This is freaking Venom with, like, what's the first appearance of Venom? Because there's the first appearance of Eddie Brock. Then there's a cameo appearance. Then there's a full appearance. And then there's all this other stuff. And don't even get me started on freaking Carnage. How's now? But what I will say is, I think that this pretty much covers all the bases. This is a lot more than a cameo. A cameo, usually there's some people just in an auction recently, and somebody's like, what is a cameo appearance anyway? Well, allow me to explain. A cameo appearance is where somebody's in the shadows and they come out and maybe you get a full or at least a partial glimpse of what they look like. Sometimes in the shadows, like the first appearance of Apocalypse was purely in the shadows because they didn't know what the hell to do with them. You know what I'm saying? But then, the next issue was the first full appearance, right? And that happens a lot. But then you think about like issue number 180 of the Incredible Hulk, where Wolverine appears, right? Last page, like you get him talking, and then you get like the first appearance, like rah, like the claws and all that stuff, right? And then there's Len Wayne doing all this stuff, right? And then all of a sudden you get, the next issue is the full appearance where he's like doing a lot of talking, he's seeing fight and moving and stuff like that, right? So a cameo appearance is like a one-shot image, regardless of how good the image is, right? It could be shadows or full on, look, this is what I look like, or it could be anything in between, right? Anything more than just the eyes, right? Because then it's like, cameo in the shadows, maybe? Right? As opposed to like Mr. Sinister, where it's just like, no, this issue, what was it, 133, 137, something like that? Anyway, this is the first full-on appearance of him. Boom, there you go, right? In this particular case, I'm going to say screw that. We got way more than one image of this. We saw the suit in action. We saw the suit just, playing. We saw the suit with just the mask. We saw this Pete got like masked in this one and unmasked. And they said, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And nobody knew that was the truth. I love how he freaking did that in there. Spencer's a genius, man. You can throw in some little things in there where it's like, now, if only somebody was recording that and took it out of context, it would be perfectly in context. I love that. But, I mean, you get like a full, more than just a glimpse of the costume. You also get the origin of the costume. I don't know what other origin they're going to give us in this, but like all the next issue, like they can try and talk all they want, try and get the sales up for the next two issues also. As far as I'm concerned, honestly, I don't care what CGC says. I sure as hell don't care what Marvel says. This is the first full-on appearance of the costume. I mean, it's even on the freaking cover, for crying out loud. It's like, it's half. It's 50%. That's half. That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, the next issue? The first full appearance of the costume on the cover. Enough. Don't try and play to the freaking speculators, because that's just the wrong answer. First off, the speculators are going to do what the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Be on some of their sites. Be on some of the websites that they use. Be on some of the freaking forums that they use and whatnot. They will sit there and just be like, dude, honestly, screw you. I know what the first appearance is. This is what I sold this for, so that's all I care about, At the end of the day, this is the first appearance and origin and all that good stuff. So If you think that this is going to be money, if you think this is going to stay for longer than a year, it might stay for a year and a half at best, but I'd be surprised if it stayed for more than a year, honestly, this costume. No, I think that we're good. I think that this issue pretty much covers all the bases. I mean, it's even on the cover, for crying out loud, so psst, whatevs. Anyway, enough with their silly little versions of marketing techniques and tactics and whatnot. I think that this was a really good book, right? The art, the story, well, the art and the writing comprising the entirety of the story, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic in this. Everything that happens in this book, I'm just like, dude, I see more things happening. I'm reminded of Chip Zdarsky doing Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man story, however many issues that he did, right? Great. Because we're brought back to J. Jonah Jameson being in the book, and we know that because of Zdarsky, he knows who Spider-Man is, and it's not like in the MCU where it's like, he's a menace and we got to get him. In this particular case, I know your identity, and I'll keep it a secret because you're badass. We cool, right? Pinkies, pinkies. Nah, man, I'm digging this. I'm digging this. I'm glad that we got some more humor coming back in the book, right? I'm glad that we got some more fun in the story because we could use that after Peter was just traumatized with being murdered multiple times in the span of like, I don't know, a couple minutes at best. So this is nice. This is nice to see. I hope that we don't just completely forget the idea that he was murdered all those times because how do you forget that? Right? How do you forget that? Even the Krakoans, they've got a fail safe. So it's like, you don't remember. We're taking that away. Even in Domino's case, when she says no, this was a fun book. I enjoyed this. Everything about this book is fun. Go figure, it might actually be worth a couple of bucks. I don't know how many bucks it's going to be worth. What, 50? You know what I'm saying? Up here in Canada, I don't know. But this was a fun book. With them planning it like this, doubt it's going to be worth too much. But that doubt is what's going to cause fewer and fewer people to get the book. Like, this is one of those books they'll probably put it in second print without it needing to go into second print. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure they published more than enough of the first print of this book. So I think this is going to be one of those cases where the second printing is not going to be worth anything, right? It won't even be worth cover price in, I don't know, a year. You know what I'm saying? By the time that he takes the costume off, probably won't even be worth cover price, the second printing. But I'm positive it's going to go to second printing because Marvel's banking on the idea that it does. They're really bad at speculation or speculating the speculators. Anyway, as far as we're concerned, first print, get it. There's more than enough out there. Go grab the book. You'll enjoy it. It's a great read, and it might give you, 20 to 50 bucks a couple years from now. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Like the video. That was a lot of information. Class dismissed.